Hey, how's it going? It's the Polk here. Welcome back to the Haiti series. If you like what you see in today's video, hit that like button. And if you want to keep up with all the content, hit that subscribe button. Enjoy the video. And so we're looking at technologies based on what we've got through industrialists. So let's check out what we can do. It's going to be anything under production because they're giving us a bonus right now. Things that we need. Well, we have oil and glass is suffering right now, I'm sure, because of the cost of production. So let's do that one. And then maybe Haiti can be a car manufacturer if engines aren't ever going to take off for some reason. And we'll go for telephones too. Electric industries. We might be a burgeoning powerhouse that has yet to produce things that people haven't even thought of yet. So we'll see. We can get reserve coffee if we get up to a production ranking in the top 3 for coffee. I wonder where we are right now. There's got to be like a production. Let me see. Coffee, world market. The sort by exports. Okay, there we go. So looks like the British Raj, then Cuba, then Brazil. Haiti's like number, what, 6? We're actually not too far behind Senegal, so we could potentially go up into the, swapping up with Brazil. We just need a little bit more. And we could look at these and subsidize maybe to get that bonus. Coffee at. Coffee, 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 coffee. Here, coffee. I definitely passed it. There it is. All right. It looks like they're actually maxing out on production. The only thing it would help with would be rail transportation, and that would reduce laborers. I'm not sure if Costa Rica has rail. I know Haiti does. We could do that. Let's do that. Reduce the laborers there, maybe move them into somewhere else, and then we are working on rail and Bolivar, so we'll do that one soon, and then Guatemala might have rail as well. Check. Looks like, I mean, this is using it. Yeah, and it's unprofitable, so I'm going to have the coffee plantations here switch over to rail. Save on laborers, use more transportation, everything's good for everybody. I was gonna look at a law we could potentially pass. Oh no, we're still working on this one. Okay. Well, when we finish this one, just like that, we should be able to go into another equally as good one. So maybe compulsory primary schools, get this literacy up. Public schools would also be nice to get away from, we have to get away from state religion though. So we can't do, we could restrict it, but I would argue let's not restrict child labor yet. And let's go for a reduction in state religion. We'll go for freedom of conscience. And the trade unions and intelligentsia support that. Let's see if we can get one of them in our government. That's going to be a no from them, dog. And 35 is not terrible. So we would go from -1 to opposition interest group approval to enactment time negatives and radicals. So let's not do that. Let's just stick with that. Yeah. Okay. Looks good to me. We're gonna let this debt pay down just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna reduce these taxes to below less. Below mid, I guess, is what I meant to say. Industrial barriers. Okay, well, yeah, let's stop being racist to the Amazonian people, please. Oh, I forgot I took Los Altos. Need to incorporate that. Oh, 20 years, come on. Are these incorporated? Yes. Hey, Brazil. Weird question. Are there any states you want to give up? Amazonas, you'd be okay with that one? I mean, we can talk about it. What you got for me? You want investment rights? I can give you that. You want me to commit to any laws? Wish. Um, you have a like lumber. Well, my paper is doing really well. Nobody's getting trade centers. Logging camps wouldn't be a terrible idea. I could give them a monopoly on my logging camps, and I don't think it would hurt me too much. Let's do it. Especially since I'm basically taking a huge wooded area from them, it would make sense for them to also build that crap. They would love to take a state from us. Yeah, of course you would. 73 is pretty far off. Let me see if there's anything on the left or right, that we can do. Probably not. They would take, if we took goods from them, they would like that. We take tea from them, it's very cheap in their market. Belongs to Haiti. What about goods transfer from us? Nope, not an option. I don't know why they would want that anyways. Okay. While it is low, I'm not seeing, I mean, unless there's just a direct money transfer that would work. But I would have to get this number, yeah, and they won't go beyond 51. So, like, say if we gave them 7K, we'd still be at a minus 22. There's really nothing else to do here. That's giving them a monopoly right and everything for a state they don't really care about. And I say that because it's got 38% devastation with, that's not a bad population, but the GDP of the state's trash. I think, yeah, our state here with, oh, that's actually not a fair comparison. So our state here with 195K has 540 GDP, so they're really not investing into that land. Yeah, we'll take radical clergy, that's fine. Who else? We might be able to take, like, Honduras. Improving relations, they don't hate us. El Salvador is neutral but cooperative. Could I maybe? Nope. Nope. What about you? Would you become my protector? 3% chance. And they have a million GDP with 800,000 people. Mm-hmm. Potential. Potential. Does the Dutch still hate us? No, they don't. So would they be able to give up their Indies? It's only 100. They would give us Greenland. Wow. Really don't like their land. I mean, I'll take the West Indies and maybe I can trade it with Britain or something. They would like an alliance or a defensive pact. I'll do a defensive pact. Well, that's almost positive right there. What kind of state could we get? We could get Greenland, and that would be big. Okay, let me look into this like really, because there's a lot of options here. So you got Iceland, probably not, but Carnatic, I don't know where that is. Oh, that's the one over here, right? Yeah, so they've got a treaty port as well. That would be beneficial to France, but also beneficial to the British Raj. Are they? Yeah, they're independent still, technically. I mean, they're not independent, but they're not like directly tied to them. Okay, so what else could we do? Because this looks like it could actually happen. So Togo with almost 1 million people would be awesome. That's really what we're lacking here is people. Let me take a look at Togo. That one, go up here, and let's just look at that. So they own this portion, and it looks like, I mean, that's not, does anybody else own a piece? Just Dutch? Well, the Dutch own nothing that I want over here, so kind of useless. What's in the state? So we've got a bunch of fruit and tobacco and a little bit of coffee that might help us with our production get boosted up. Just general goods, I guess, is what they're producing. They're not really industrialized. More rubber. Oh, sulfur is a good one. We actually don't have sulfur. I don't think so, anyways. Okay, look. Resources, sulfur. Yeah, we don't have sulfur, so actually, yeah, let's do Danish Togo. And then potentially we'll talk about the West Indies later, because this is, I mean, there's really not. I can't really justify it. Well, it's you know, in my chain, and I want to do that as like my accomplishment in this playthrough. I don't think it's really worth it right now with 23k people. It doesn't really give us anything. Whereas Togo strengthens us. So let's do a Togo trade. There it is. Oh, I had to find it. Oh, after an obligation, it's only a minus 34, and then with a defensive pact, it's 50. So now we just need to make up. Pause. We just need to make up like 2. So a military assistance, I mean, sure. And we'll do that. And 5 years from now, I will cancel the military assistance. But in the meantime, they're allegedly going to accept this. Cool. So Haiti now owns Haitian Togo. I mean, it's called Haitian because of us owning it, but you get the point. So we have that, and we have access to sulfur, which is awesome. Our own sulfur, at least, a controllable resource. French market has sulfur, but it's not something we can really impact. That change our GDP at all? I don't know. Maybe. Hit play. Find out. So I'm gonna pay down this debt a little bit. We're $1 million in. I am building right now, so that's a really good sign. We're probably able to expand. They also have 18k, so our construction sectors could expand here in a second. So that's also something I'm going to look at. I want to get these radicals down though, because I know that's affecting a lot. So Haitian Guyana, there's 33% turmoil towards building. So that's why I'm building this farms and stuff, just giving people a better standard of living. So I would imagine, you know, there's 20,000 people right here in the laborers category, and these guys are the trade unionists. They are unhappy. They're Protestant, so they're probably getting, yeah, they have 0 acceptance, and then their culture is 50% or 50. So it's really just the religion portion, and that's why we're going for this freedom of conscience. Not sure if there's a group I could be bolstering to help with that, but we'll keep going. I'm going to pay this down, and then I'm going to lower the taxes by 1, and that'll still give us a little bit of profit to expand our construction. But I'm trying to get this standard of living up so that we can pull more people into these states with these resources. Now, this population's kind of grown quite a bit since we started working on the migration. Only like, I think 40k, but it's still something. Like, we're actually employing people in the iron mines, which is awesome. The other state that we need that to happen is going to be Guatemala. Struggling for iron mines here, mainly because of the world market. You know what? Okay, so Bolivar, we've not enough turmoil there to affect construction, so that's nice. I could build a construction sector here. And in fact, we did build a railway, so I'm going to go ahead and conserve on some of these laborers. Okay, good, good, good. Possibly steam donkey, I don't know, maybe. Let's do it. I imagine that would be good too. Let me check this stuff. Yep. Legislative failures, we don't want to see that, so we're going to keep pushing forward. They're not necessarily very strong. I just can't pull in. Okay, the nihilist movement is what I could bolster right now. So I'm going to stop hurting our tax on fruit and tobacco. And I'm going to go for boosting the nihilist movement to hopefully boost this law passing. Find that in here. They're agitating right now, and I'm going to go ahead, and I'm sure I could have gotten it through the law itself, but I'm going to go ahead and bolster that. And while we're at it, who's this guy? Let's see if we can maybe get a nihilist in as an agitator and invite them. Let me check the thing at the top. Okay, so we'll join modernization movement. Okay, interventionism and protectionism, another industrialist. I'm not against it. We'll do it. It at least takes up the slot, so someone we really don't want to be in there is in there. So we already have interventionism, and then they want protectionism. So, and that would be 8K in tariffs and stuff, but free trade does give us that advantage, which we don't necessarily need right now as a subject in France, but no, maybe it's helping us a little bit on the back end. This economy is doing very well. So their movement's at 7.5%, and hopefully boosting it goes above 8. Just to kind of, getting these even would be nice. We could also suppress the Catholic Church, and that would probably help too, but I'd have to cut even more consumption taxes, and you know what, meat maybe? Yeah, let's do it. I don't like taxing things that people, need to survive anyway, so we'll tax services and transportation there. And we're still intent on cutting taxes overall for people. Yeah, so that's going up 7.6 now. I'm going to go to the Catholic Church, and we are going to, we actually can't suppress groups directly anymore, I think. Can we? No, it doesn't look like it. Is he a modernist? Wow, okay, so he's a modernizer. That's interesting. I have quite a lot of those. The armed forces are modernizers, the landowners are modernizers. And they're nihilists. Like I said, I could pull them in here, but it would pull enactment time and radicals from political movements. But it would move this up, I think, to like 14%. We'll see how a few of these go. If we get another reset, I might do it just as a drastic measure. I don't think rubber's that important for our economy. Okay, so they want to get rid of this modernizer Catholic Church guy. I think he could probably take a little bit of a popularity hit. I'd rather not roll the dice on that and end up with like a theocrat or something. Okay, cool. So I think, do we produce steel? Let's see. We produce steel directly in Haiti, which honestly doesn't make any sense because, the iron's down here or in Guatemala. So I think, does Guatemala have tools or anything? I mean, they've got all this stuff, but none of that uses steel. So I'm thinking for production's sake, we put steel down here and that would help build steel tools, consume the wood and all that. So I think that would help out with their economy. So I'm going to put steel here in Bolivar. See if that helps a little bit. What's hurting their overall economy? Yeah, because if I do steel, I can do motorized industries here too. And we're going to do that. We're going to line those up just like that. But we are building rice farms in Guyana, hopefully to get rid of some of this turmoil, because that's not great. And the Amazon rainforest too. I was going to build a construction sector here, so, Oh, I did. Okay, so that's good. I think we'll put one here as well. It'll help consume from the local, the nearby state, but also it'll get rid of a little bit of that debuff from the Amazon forest. I'm fine, I don't need more. Costa Rica and Chiapas. Oh wow, Chiapas is doing terribly infrastructure-wise. What is that about? Okay, so they got a ton of turmoil. They've got a ton of devastation. I don't know if there was like a hurricane or what. I wonder if I can discuss with Mexico. I give them Chiapas, they give me the Yucatan. I feel like that's not an unreasonable thing. They'd get some rubber. I'd get some rubber a lot less, but I'd get a lot more population. They'd probably say no. Let's just try it real quick. Give them a terrible state, allegedly. They really don't want to get rid of it, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. Okay. We need to work on these guys too. So population is struggling, everybody's dying. Do they even have their own farms? They do. They've got a little bit of fruit and sugar, but I don't know why they don't have corn here. That's insane. We'll add one of those. They probably don't need a construction sector, but it is probably boosting Guatemalan stuff. Looks like rail might be a bit expensive here. Yep. And there's nothing we can do about that. It's fine. Let's just hit play and keep going. Economy's doing good at 19K. A little bit of bureaucracy left over. I could probably do with more to build faster. But I'm going to build another construction sector. The investment pool's finally building up again. It wasn't going too hot for a minute there. Definitely skirting on unviable. Okay, that's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see the Catholic Church at 18% while the success chance is at 12. But we are boosting them, so they actually surpassed what I expected. I was hoping for like 8 something, but we're in almost 13% territory. That's good. They did want us to pass poor laws, so that is going to hurt legitimacy, unfortunately. Actually, no, it doesn't. It just decreases their... okay, well, they're not going to be happy very soon, because we're trying to do something better for all of us. Education. Getting very close to paying off all the debt, which is funny because it's sort of like the start of this. I was trying to pay France back. Those companies exploiting the Amazon. So they want, I think they want us to build, yeah. You gotta build rubber, which Guyana's a weird one because you can't really build a whole lot unless you have all of them. So I can't get up to the minimum 10 at once for that. We're also finally building enough gold, or extracting enough gold rather, and these need to be upgraded. Yeah, it would be profitable to double the size of that, but I doubt they're going to do it in the private sector. Yeah, they're building trade centers and stuff. Very healthy economy now. Good to see. Bolivar's got a construction efficiency negative as well. Turmoil. Okay. Well, we're working on it, guys. The only thing I can do from my portion would be I could do some violent oppression. Do it there too, because they're hurting themselves too much. Okay. We got a little gold reserve of 300K, so we're going to drop the taxes further. So it's going to put us at 7. And military wages I'm going to bring back up for the power projection. And also, you know, let's keep them happy. They are people that are participating in the economy. They need money as well. We can't expect our armies to be having good manpower if we don't pay them very well. Okay. Diminishing the Catholic Church power. Yes, let's do that. I like that. So we're having a hard time passing this, so we just got an event that's going to help us reduce their power. Okay. Yes, and I'll take the legitimacy for the specific reason that now I can pull the intelligentsia in and still be where I was before. And now, because they support this, we're at 29%. I think that's going to be good for 5 years. 4, yeah. It's probably 5. It's just 4 and some change, so it's rounding down. But that's good. Hopefully we'll get it passed now with almost 30%. It's probably going to go up too. The intelligentsia should get a little bit more clout from being in the government. Nation Togo, unincorporated state, minus 30%. So we're not going to incorporate that for sure. Actually, it's a homeland of one of the cultures, so we will do that. And I'm going to build some government admin buildings. I will build one in Bolivar just for the funsies. Maybe not. Hold on. No, I'm going to build one in Haiti again. We will build one in Bolivar. It's jobs, and that's going to help everybody. Looks like we got the turmoil down in Bolivar and in Guyana. That's nice. Now we just need to work on this state. They're not doing hot. Not doing great at all. So we will be building the maize farm there, and I think maybe we should do something else to help them. How's that doing? Not great. Also not great. Fish is okay. They could do, I'll do meat as well, just so they got 2 food options. Now the coffee plantations are doing pretty well. There's just not a lot of people living here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 of those, but... Ooh, okay, so there's a war with Krakow somewhere going on. I don't think Germany won their war against France. I should have looked back over, but I didn't. So France wants me to negotiate something with them. This could be a good opportunity for us to get something that we want. Looks like there's a Moroccan war. They're trying to go after Morocco and Austria plus Serbia, which Serbia is not a big deal. I mean, it turned out to be the biggest of deals in World War I, but it's not a big deal here because of their 18 battalions. But France has roughly an equal amount, and they're trying to grab all of this land here, the northern bit of Morocco. So I'm going to negotiate my support with a war goal, and can I get... Okay, so I'd have to get one of those 2 states. I don't want that. Enforce a treaty article, which could be... very interesting. I could do a forced money transfer from Austria. None of that makes any sense. I can't just ask them for a transfer state? Come on, guys. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll do a treaty article from... should be Austria. How much? Oh, Atlanta. Okay, so it would give a ton of infamy to do that, but they would accept pretty much any route or any amount. This seems a little broken, not gonna lie. What's that gonna be? It's gonna be 40 infamy. Okay. What about... it's 28 infamy. Anything below 25 is good for me. Yeah, we'll do 24 even for 17k. That's probably actually enough for us to lower taxes again. Okay, we'll take the opportunity for 15%, and we got the minus 10, which is fine. Okay, so if we pull this division, I am actually going to help out with this war because there's no sense in not helping, because we stand to gain so much. So if I can get down to no valid alternatives for deploy to front, what do you mean? Oh, that would be Spain. Oh, so they actually don't have... okay. Well, we can do something like increasing our navy's size really quick. So we'll do 1 in Bolivar, one in Chiapas and one in Togo. That's 3, and we need one more, so we'll do it in, I guess, Haiti. And we'll do an extra one in Costa Rica. Just do that. It's going to take a bit, but maybe we can pull these 11 against these 20. I'm not really sure. They're irregular, so yeah, honestly, our 11 might be fine. They got a couple line infantry. That's nice that that's an option now, where I can just click and see. I don't think that used to be an option. Nobody else really joined them. No major powers, so everything's about even. So since these are the war goals, I'm going to try to do a naval invasion. Kill this army. And then should be good there, and we're going to do a naval invasion. We're going to start in Inner Morocco and see how it goes. Maybe we'll land there and be able to push in with other armies. I don't know if France is planning on doing a naval invasion, but we are. Because if we could take all this, then France will get it, and then I mean, they can't even fight each other, which is, I guess they are. They're naval invading, but these two things don't matter. It's this down here that does. Okay. Too much focus over there. Let's make sure we're still focused on our stuff. We're building those, and we're going to build the super mine. Okay, I mean, we're kind of good. A little autopilot. Might be good to get maybe another or 2 others. Let me do this real quick. These are costing me, honestly, so it's like 4K per. Anywhere I can do. We'll do another one in Bolivar. Santa Domingo. Yeah. We'll do one there, and then screw it, we'll do one there as well. We'll do 2 construction sectors and help out with the consumption of all those things. Hey, how's it going? It's the Polk here. Thanks for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Thanks, and have a great day.